Okay. Hence, home, you idle creatures, get you home. Flavius begins with anger, ordering the common people to leave immediately and go back home. He calls them idle creatures, meaning lazy and useless people, showing his strong disapproval. Is this a holiday? What, you know not? He questions them sarcastically. He says that, you think this is a he says them, do you think this is a holiday? And he clearly implies that it is not a holiday. Being mechanical, you ought not walk upon a laboring day without the sign of your profession. He reminds them that they are mechanical, meaning working class laborers, and therefore they should not be roaming around freely on a normal day. They should not be out in the streets without any proper reason. They should be carrying tools that show their profession. This was actually a Roman custom, and not doing so suggests that they are cutting slack and they are being lazy and irresponsible. Speak, what trade art thou? Flavius now directly demands that one man tell him his occupation. Why, sir, a carpenter. The man politely replies that he is a carpenter. Where is thy leather apron and thy rule? Marullus questions him sharply, asking where his work apron is and where the measuring tool is. What dost thou with thy best apparel on? He criticizes the man for wearing fine clothes instead of work clothes, suggesting that he is treating the day like a celebration. You, sir, what trade are you? Flavius now turns to another man and asks him his profession. Okay. So you see the scene opens on the streets of Rome, and you see that the figures of authority, that is Flavius and Marullus, are angry at the commoners. They disapprove their excitement and their celebratory spirit, and immediately the audience is curious. They want to know more, because if there is a celebration, why is this that the figures of authority are being disapproving of it, are being dismissive of it? So the audience is generally curious to know what is happening. Okay. Truly, sir, truly, sir, in respect of a fine workman, I am but, as you would say, a cobbler. The cobbler replies modestly and humorously. Please note it down with pencils on your textbook. The cobbler replies modestly and humorously, and he says that compared to skilled workers, he is just a simple shoemaker. But what trade art thou? Answer me directly. Marullus becomes impatient and demands a clear, straightforward answer. He says, answer me directly. A trade, sir, that I hope I may use with a safe conscience, which is indeed, sir, a mender of bad souls. See, he says that the cobbler answers with a joke, and he says that he repairs bad souls. Bad souls is a pun, because souls can also sound like souls, souls, implying that he fixes both shoes and people. I'll repeat for you to understand it better. Soul over here is a pun, because soul could also mean, and it sounds soul also sounds like soul, soul, implying that he fixes both shoes and fixes both shoes and people. What trade? What trade, thou knave, thou naughty knave? What trade? Marullus gets very irritated, and he calls him a knave. Knave means a rascal. Please note it down. Rascal. Knave is a rascal. He calls him a rascal, and he asks for his actual profession. Nay, I beseech you, sir, be not out with me. The cobbler politely asks him not to be angry with him. Out with me is to be angry with him. Yet if you be out, sir, I can mend you. He continues the old joke, and he says that if the official is out, meaning both angry and worn out like shoes, he can fix him. What meanest thou by that? Mend me, thou saucy fellow? He says. Flavius is confused and is slightly offended, asking what does he mean when he says that he can mend him, that is, he can fix him. Why, sir, cobble you? The cobbler replies cleverly that he will cobble, quote unquote, cobble him, meaning repair him, just as he repairs shoes. Thou art a cobbler, art thou? So he says that he guesses. So you're a cobbler, aren't you? Truly, sir, all that I live by is the awl. The cobbler says that he earns his living using an awl. An awl is is an instrument that is used to punch holes in leather for repairing shoes. At the same time, this is a pun because AWL all sounds like ALL all, and he suggests that he lives by whatever means he can. This shows his playful and witty nature. Please note it down. This shows how by using the pun, the cobbler exhibits his playful and witty nature. I meddle with no trades. I meddle with no tradesmen's matters, nor women's matters. He says that he does not interfere. Meddle means to interfere. Interfere in other people's professions. Nor does he involve himself in other people's business. But withal, I am indeed, sir, a surgeon to old shoes. Here he finally gives a clearer answer. He describes himself as a surgeon to old shoes, meaning he repairs worn out shoes. The word surgeon humorously elevates a simple job, making it sound more important and skilled. When they are in great danger, I recover them. He continues the comparison, saying that when the shoes are badly damaged, that is in great danger, he recovers them just like a doctor saves a patient. This extends the medical metaphor. Then he proudly says that respectable people, like that is proper men meaning respectable people, those who walk on fine leather shoes have worn shoes repaired by him. In other words, many decent and well dressed men depend on his work. In this scene, the cobbler is talking to a Roman official, but instead of being afraid or quiet, he speaks with confidence. He even compares himself to a surgeon, saying that just like a surgeon fixes the human body, he fixes shoes. In his mind, both jobs are skilled and equally important. This moment reflects the spirit of Republican Rome. In that system, Rome was not ruled by a king but by elected officials, and ordinary citizens had some right to speak and vote. We had already discussed this in the past in my first video on this channel, where I had explained you the political scenario of Rome, the context of the Roman Republic. Okay, now he says that he even had the right to speak and vote. For example, a farmer or a cobbler could stand in a public gathering and express opinions on laws that affected the city. So, through the cobbler's bold attitude, the scene shows a Rome where even a simple worker feels he has a dignity and a voice, just like a citizen in a republic who believes I matter too.